Hi, my name is Nathan and welcome to ER Makers, your new home for science, technology, and engineering on YouTube. Come and join us as we go through and do various experiments and various projects, especially with our kids, where we can make this journey together as we learn about new engineering projects and technology that we can deal with. The kids and adults will all enjoy, that we can all do together, or you can just follow along as we do these projects with our kids. Some of them will be with the kids, some of them will not be. So join us as we embark on this journey together. Today, with the help of our little pumpkin-headed friend here, we're going to see about upgrading this set of magnifying lenses from Harbor Freight. These are an older model that still used an incandescent lamp. Newer models, of course, have replaced that with LEDs, but these ones are pretty old. So the intent is to use the eyeballs from this little pumpkin here that we picked up at the dollar store to upgrade the lights on this headset so that we can actually be able to utilize them again with the lights. We'll see how that goes. What we're going to do here is going to be to remove the original light set that was on these and create a new one using the 3D printer. We'll model it and print off a new set that'll attach to the side of this to hold the new lamps. This little pumpkin's a neat little guy that we picked up at the dollar store, at the Dollar Tree. Has a little solar panel on the back with a switch, electronic circuits inside with including a small capacitor or small rechargeable battery that's inside there. Leads to two little LED lights with reflectors that are currently serving as his eyes. We're going to go ahead and remove those and use those as the new lights to go on here on the side of the headlamp. The lights on these are just held on by two little screws. We'll go ahead and undo and remove the whole module. Each side has its own, so that it was able to power each side individually. They used an incandescent lamp and they're just really not all that great. They serve their purpose, but might as well upgrade to something better now. With two screws removed, the lamp set from that side has been removed. Now for a little bit of work with our pumpkin-headed friend here. Primarily all we're really after is the lights, so we're just going to cut these off. We'll probably go through and repurpose this board later on. There's a nice little solar power, little solar panel on it with a switch and associated charging electronics. Not really sure if that's a capacitor. It looks like almost a... Not sure if that's a super capacitor that's in there or if that's a battery of some kind. Need to really take it apart and actually take a look. Now his vacant eyes are really vacant. These are pretty much all we were after out of that. It's just two little reflectors with LEDs. Looked at different options, and since this was at the Dollar Tree for a whole $1.25, thought I made a pretty good choice. We took the measurements from the lamp holders and brought them into Fusion 360 and made a quick model that we can 3D print. Alright, so my tool of choice for slicing is matter control. So we'll import the model into matter control and go ahead and set it up for slicing for my particular 3D printer. I run a Creality CR10S Pro. It's an older model, but it works well. We're running PLA, and so we're going to set this up to slice, and then we'll take the files over to the printer and get this thing printed off. Once slicing is complete, I like to go through and verify layer by layer, make sure that everything looks good and that there doesn't appear to be any major glitches. All the support's in the right places and all of our plastic is going to be in the right place. So you can see that I've got the second LED mounted. I do not have it powered yet. And I made a couple of other adjustments. The power connector on the board, I changed it out for a right angle so that it'll lay flat. It was poking out and really being obtrusive by having it pointing straight up. So this ought to allow me to have things be a little bit lower and a little bit easier to work with. As you can see, the LED just pulls out of the reflector, so it's nice and easy to work with. It doesn't have to stay attached at all times. So the plan is to route the wires. I'm going to drill a hole through here and another one over here. We're going to route a wire inside here over to the other side so that we can power both LEDs off of the single board and battery and the switch. Although we have the case here on both sides, at this point I think I just want to go with a single control board and battery to control both sides. The LEDs are low enough draw that it shouldn't be all that big of a deal. to be powering both of them. The little pumpkin friend that we pulled all these guts out of, we're running both LEDs off of a much smaller battery than this. So these are a 600 milliamp hour battery pack, so a lot more power than the tiny little one that was in there before. So we're gonna drill a couple of holes, wrap some wire, and do a couple little connections. Now what I figured was I want to run it from around here. That way we can just run it to the board that'll be right here. There's a hole drilled there. And the hole drilled there. Wires just slipped right in. We'll probably go through later on and maybe use some black electrical tape to cover it up, to put them in there and hold them in there. This allows us now, we now have wiring on both sides to be able to attach to our little board here. Okay, now with the connection made on the power board side, we can come over here and make the connection to the LED on the other side. Always remember to put your heat shrink on before you solder your connections. Connections all made on that side. We can come over here and plug in for a test. And we have both lights perfectly lit up. We'll figure out a way to mount. We'll do a proper job of mounting this. And at some point we'll design an outer case for this as well. Eventually this is going to have a whole charger built into it, but so this is just temporary anyways. We'll do something along those lines. And we'll be working good. It's already much improved from what it was.